Hello and welcome to this brief tutorial on the accumulation and distribution momentum indicator. This one's quite different from, say, the RSI and the actual momentum indicator by name. Essentially what the accumulation and distribution indicator does is basically shows a relationship between the share price and the actual trading volume, the one in which we have here. So it's showing you a calculation based on these two things here. And an upward trend basically results from more investors buying than selling, as more of a trading volume is associated with buys. And obviously if a volume is flowing away from a particular stock or security, then the accumulation distribution indicator obviously moves down. So it moves up when we start to begin to see a build-up in sort of volume and price, and then it moves downwards when we see the reverse of that. And the difference in the movement between the indicator and the share price can basically be used to see for changes in price movement and price direction. So for instance, if we started to see the accumulation and distribution start to move down, we would then look towards a bearish move within the actual security itself, and obviously the faster that is moving down, then we can then begin to expect, or certainly indicate, that the chart will look to become bearish as a result. The faster that moves down, obviously the more strength there is in the likelihood of that moving downwards. Conversely, if we begin to see the reverse of that, where we start to see a recovery in the accumulation and distribution, we can then begin to see a likelihood in a bullish movement or a recovery from a prior bearish one, a bullish movement within the security or the stock in which we're using it. And that is essentially all the accumulation and distribution does and shows. It's basically showing you where we're likely to see a change in the current direction or than what we normally have, which is similar again to a momentum indicator. You know, we have this kind of swing movement going on. But it is pretty powerful in that if you catch it just at the right time, you can get some pretty good movements. Obviously, the only problem with the accumulation and distribution is that it tends to pretty just match what is exactly going on, and that figures, of course, and that pretty much is the case for a lot of momentum indicators and a lot of indicators in general. But if you catch it at the right time and you don't get confused by using too many indicators, and you understand the chart and the security or the stock in which you're trading, then it can become quite a powerful tool. And once again, you can plot within the accumulation and distribution chart itself and use that, much as what I was talking about in terms of the momentum, in that you can use it as points of reference that wouldn't necessarily be shown up on the chart as well. So as we can see, it's relatively straightforward. It's usually, you know, the basic ones are usually the better ones, rather than these overly complex indicators, and they allow us to see a different view on a price movement based on other factors relating to the price in a simple form, and that's basically what we want from an indicator, which would then allow us to apply a certain degree of analysis to it and then make our trading decision from there. But as we've shown, it's a relatively simple indicator to use, but once you begin to get used to using it, and you use it a lot, it can be very powerful indeed.